Hello there, my Gemini collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Geminis. What you got going on, Geminis? Ooh, the Ace of Swords. Uh-oh, Geminis. Who is blue in the face? So, damn Geminis. Some of you all could be dealing with people who are rather immature. So this is someone, I'll hold my breath, right? Now, unless you're a brass player or woodwinds, what's this all about? Geminis also feel like this is your stillness too. So Gemini's the complexity with you. I love it. What do you got going on? What do you got going on? Breathing exercises, Geminis. Maybe some of y'all are doing the Wim Hof cold showers, cold therapy. I love this. This is that crown energy. And the winner is Gemini. So whatever this competitive vibe is, I like that too. Maybe some of y'all doing the Blue Man Group. Those of you, if you're watching Wicked, you're going to see the movie or the musical. A lot of good songs in that. So damn Geminis. Oh, those of you, if you haven't re-listened to Madonna's The Immaculate Collection, if you're a Madonna fan, re-listen to that CD or, you know, whatever the fuck, right? Actually, I had it on cassette tape. So, The Immaculate Collection by Madonna. Those of you, my creatives, this is like a good creative vibe too with you. So, this is as much creative as anything else. So, yay, raw Geminis. Some of y'all, patchouli. You could like patchouli. There's the Libra energy. There's the King of Cups. Heavy on the religious vibes with you, Geminis. Sweet Jesus, Geminis. Why do I feel like religion is going to be a factor in your next relationship or partnerships, Geminis? Whether you realize this or not, I don't feel like this is your religion. I feel like you probably just kind of do your thing if you have any religious affiliations anyway, Geminis. But some of you could be dealing with somebody and the hang-up is going to be the religious side of things. Okay, Geminis. Oh, there's the Eight of Pentacles. There's the Chariot energy. Oh, there's the Knight of Pentacles. Lord have mercy. Who's bringing this stagnation in? My God, Geminis. And there's the Ten of Cups. Oh. This almost feels like an existential crisis. Someone could be going through some sort of spiritual type awakening. I don't know, Geminis. I don't feel like it's all that complicated nor all that complex. I like the Immaculate Collection. So Geminis, those of you, if you like Madonna, re-listen to that. Re-listen to that album. I don't even feel like this is your vibe. So, damn Geminis. There's like a relationship or partnership wanting to happen. I don't like to focus on that because some people just think it's like the next person that they meet or the next date that they go on. Some of you, there's like a complexity to this relationship or partnership that isn't going to be that dismissive. And that's what makes the difference. But some of you, it's building strong foundations, working through what you need to work through. Some of y'all, it's like stuck, stagnant energy. I don't know that this pause is really when it comes to you. So, I mean, Geminis, are you going through some sort of religious experience here where religion is a factor for you? Or someone's having to look at something from a different perspective? Some of you Geminis, it's really going to end up with a happy Ten of Cups. And whatever the hell, however the hell that presents for you. So maybe some of y'all it's marriage. Maybe some of y'all it's just living together, working together. Whatever that Ten of Cups is, this is like the seriousness when it comes to relationships or partnerships. So some of you Geminis, that could be what kind of turns you the fuck off. Someone that is ready to settle down and really create that Ten of Cups. But who wants that? What's that about for somebody? And what is this sort of stagnation about? If you're waiting on a relationship or partnership, some of y'all, you need to start doing your own thing because someone is way too stuck in their head on something. Someone is way too consumed with something else. I don't feel like it really has anything to do with the relationship or partnership, but more to do with someone's viewpoint on something. And Gemini, that's been coming up for you guys for a while. Especially those of you, if you work with a lot of different type of people. So I don't think religion really concerns you, Geminis. You're probably very mindful if someone is religious, but it's not something that you're going to really take a whole lot of consideration into. Like, you could give two fucks. You be happy, right? You'll be respectful like you normally should, but it's not like you don't really give a fuck. Someone here could really be stuck in that. This does feel religious, and this does feel like marriage. So this is the seriousness. So some of you Geminis could be turning down an opportunity. Some of you Geminis, you've already had that discussion. So maybe you've moved from a relationship or partnership because the outcome wasn't the same. Oh, sweet Jesus, Geminis. There y'all going getting all complex. I don't feel like you're that fucking complex. I don't think you really could give two fucks. And that could be what maybe someone considers a little inconsiderate, but some of you, if that's a deciding factor, then you're going to have to decide if that's really that important. Although I don't feel like that's you. I'm going to be honest with you, Geminis. If this ain't romantic, this could be a work opportunity. So Gemini, some of you could be dealing with maybe some religious sort of issues when it comes to a work opportunity or something that you're going to have to factor in. Religion is definitely going to be a factor for some of you Geminis. I don't think it's really going to be that big a deal for you, but for somebody else it really is. Those of you, if you're dating somebody and they're very into their religion and their beliefs, right? If you're going to make that relationship or partnership work, there are certain aspects of that kind of go into everyday living and everyday decision making. So what you might not think is really that important for someone else, there's a lot of considerations on it. I don't know. If you're waiting for somebody, quit that shit. Because someone has to deal with their own sort of vibes on something, their own sort of hang-ups on something, and that's just kind of the way it is. So they're stuck or stagnant because they're dealing with some energy they need to kind of make sense of. There ain't no movement. So that's kind of the whole point here. So focus on you, keep doing you, and especially my creatives. This could be like a very good opportunity with you. So some of you Geminis you're going to get the chance to really focus on that. It feels like a duality. I'm going to be honest with you, Geminis. Those of you that's able to kind of navigate in that sort of energy makes you far more reliable and far more dependable. Especially when that's like a major factor. And for some, it has kind of become more in the forefront, whether you want it to be or not. Page of Wands. There's the Leo vibes. There's the Queen of Cups. Ooh, and there's the Five of Swords. Lord have mercy. Someone is going through some sort of, I want to say like an existential crisis, but I don't feel like it's all that dramatic. If someone's got a lot of hang-ups when it comes to their religion, their spirituality, or whatever type of relationships or partnerships they got going on, that ain't got a fucking thing to do with you. So, damn. Over the Five of Swords, there's that King of Pentacles. Ooh, Lord have mercy, Geminis. Who does communion? That feels like communion energy. The blood of Christ, the body of Christ. I don't know which religions do the communion. I know it's Catholic, but I think there's a few subsets of that, right? So, damn Geminis. Lord have mercy. I don't think the complexity is on your part, Geminis. So, I don't know. You're dealing with somebody that's going through something. It's more on a spiritual level with them. If you're waiting, don't. People can stay stuck in this energy for years before they make a decision on that, Geminis. Keep doing what you're doing, because I feel like you're almost like the mediator vibe. So you're able to kind of just kind of go through and work with anybody. You're able to do that, and that makes the difference. And if someone's got some religious hang-ups, that's on them. So they gotta kind of figure out how that is. Some of them maybe need to talk to their clergy and figure out what they need to figure out. But those are, if you deal with somebody that takes communion, ooh, Lord Geminis. There's so much complexity around you, Geminis, because I think some of you kind of bring that out. So you could have attracted the attention of somebody, and now they're kind of having to rethink everything they got going on. And that is what makes the difference. There's a seriousness when it comes to relationships or partnerships with you, Geminis, wanting to come in. Some of y'all are going to be open to this. Some of y'all, you're not. That is whatever that sort of happily ever after type vibe is when it comes to you. And how all that kind of works. There's so much complexity, but I don't feel like you're the one that's going through this complexity. If you are Geminis, then you need to work it out and figure it out for yourself. Some of y'all sit down and talk to your clergy. Those of you sit down and figure out what the hell this is. You're going through something on a religious basis. That's individual. That's individualistic to everybody. So it don't have to make sense to you. It has to make sense to whoever's going through this sort of a, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's like you would call a crisis of consciousness, or dealing with their religion and feeling some sort of overwhelming sensation, re-looking at things. It's more of that philosophical and internal conversations and things that people need to work through that really, on the outer surface, it affects a whole lot of things, but it's all internal to somebody. This is like REM losing my religion. Well, what the hell does that mean? I love the fact Madonna Immaculate Collection. Madonna famously thumbed her nose to the Catholic Church, but you can tell that she had a lot of Catholic guilt. So, you know what I mean? They're Geminis. Some of you, this is far more complex than you, because it's not that you don't take it seriously, you're just adaptable when it comes to that. So that's not really going to be a deciding factor. You're also very respectful of that too. I mean, if you're dating somebody and their religion means something, then that's going to factor into the relationship some way, shape, or form. Whew, Lord have mercy, Gemma. Some of you, that's why I keep, as far as relationships or partnerships go, that's what makes the difference. There's the Magician, there's the Three of Swords. There's the Temperance Angel. There's the King of Wands. Lord have mercy. Geminis, I think you're very clear on what your spiritual stance is, how you look at things. And the fact that you can't be manipulated. There is so much wanting to go karmic when it comes to you, Geminis, but I feel a lot of that has to deal with sort of the outer type of relationships or partnerships that's around you. Gemini, some of you could be more of an atheist. You could have some sort of belief, but it's not like, it could be more philosophical with you, or some of you, you're just like, you're ambivalent either way. You're respectful, but you're ambivalent either way. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of guilt when it comes to you and religion. It's also that energy of you not being manipulated, right? In order for you to kind of be affected by the vices of this, you got to buy into this. So that's what makes the difference. So do you have religious guilt, Geminis? Are you feeling religious guilt? Does that factor into your decision making? I don't think it does. But some of you deal with people that kind of run the gamut here at Geminis. But it only works if you, like, take communion. It only works if you drink the Kool-Aid. It only works if that sort of manipulation is there, right? Because every religion has their viewpoints. So it's whatever you believe in. And some of you, it's like religious guilt. So, you know what I mean, Geminis? King of Wands there to the Queen of Wands. This is Geminis, where a lot of you avoid them karmic connections. So, Lord have mercy. This is all beliefs, Geminis, so you can get as sort of in-depth with this as you want to, or you can realize that it only works if that's the sort of vibe that you're in. It only works if you take communion. It only works if you drink the Kool-Aid. It only works if that's your belief. Over top of all that, there's the Four of Swords. Gemini, some of you, the fact that you're so unmoved in this is rather interesting. You're not unmoved because you don't care. You're just unmoved because that's not like something that you consider. So, I mean, damn Geminis. This comes down to like conspiracy theories. This comes down to like all the sort of fringe energies out there, Geminis, that I don't know. There's so much going on around you, but you're far more focused on what it is that you do. So the guilting doesn't work, or you don't have that sort of natural guilt when it comes to something. It's like Catholics that have the natural guilt. So, damn Geminis. I'm only using Catholicism because you have the Immaculate Collection. Madonna down there. So, fucking A. Geminis. This does bring about like good opportunities with you. So Gemini, some of you, your ability to navigate and all this sort of vibe here makes all the difference. So there's like opportunities that are going to be more available to you because you are able to sort of, I feel like you bridge that divide. And a lot of you, it's because you respect it, but it just kind of is what it is. You really couldn't give two fucks, right? So you do the work you need to do. You focus on what you need to. And when it comes to religion or philosophy, whatever your belief is, that's what you focus on. My goodness, Geminis. Some of you Geminis kind of take the fringe route when it comes to something too. I definitely feel like you avoid any type of relationship or partnership where there's some sort of I don't know. I don't think that you really are interested in that aspect of a relationship or partnership. For some of you, that's going to be a deciding factor in your relationship or partnership. 3 of Wands with the 4 of Wands. There's the Queen of Swords. There's the 9 of Cups. There's the 7 of Cups. And there's the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands, 7 of Cups, High Priestess energy. There with the 7 of Wands. Lord to the pages. Lord have mercy, Geminis. How you do what you do, Geminis, makes all the difference with something right here. Some of you could be dealing with something that puts way too much emphasis on certain things, and it's kind of more the pomp and circumstance around something. So if you're dealing with anybody that takes communion or anybody that's sort of in that vibe, some of y'all, this could be like a catering type vibe with you. So those of you, if you do like cater waitering, or if you're a caterer and you're having to like be mindful of what you serve when you're catering, that makes all the difference. Gemini, some of you are so just, something doesn't affect you the way it does others. That speaks on the duality you have going forward, Geminis. I don't think you have any sort of religious guilt. This does feel like religious guilt. And things are just different. Things are different for you. And Lord have mercy. Someone is way too caught up in their energy. If they're trying to focus on you, something just doesn't work. Your concept, your belief on something, Geminis, could actually be rather interesting. So if you're doing a thesis, you're doing a paper, some of y'all, if you're working religion into what it is that you do, or you kind of have to, that's going to be very interesting for you. Some of you Geminis are going to get the chance. I don't know who the fuck you are, but someone's going to like work for Hallmark or like a Christian organization, and then you're going to like do other things on the side. So this is almost like Hallmark, a Christian network, and then you're going to go do work on like Netflix. The fact that you have this duality about you, some people may find it kind of weird, and other people, it's all the sort of belief. It's all the belief. So Gemini, some of you, when it comes to an opportunity with you, that could be a factor. You got to drink the Kool-Aid. You got to buy into the philosophy in order for something to work. Those of you Geminis that don't have the religious guilt, that's what makes the difference here. That actually works on your behalf. Some of you, if you're dealing with a relationship or partnership, someone that you're dealing with could have way too much sort of religious guilt to make a relationship or partnership work. Whether you realize this, Geminis, or not, because I don't think it really matters either way with you. You have your beliefs, you have your philosophy, and there you go. So, Lord have mercy. Don't be waiting around for someone to figure out what the hell they got going on. Because some of you, that is so ingrained that sweet Jesus. There's the 5 of Cups. Ooh. 5 of Cups, the World, there's the Hermit. Oh, sweet Jesus. Lord have mercy. Geminis, Geminis, Geminis. What are you doing? Geminis, if some of you need inspiration, look to like religion or philosophy. Some of you could be working on something that is dealing with like religion or philosophy. This could be like if you do anything with like a humanities, some of you, this could be like HR vibes as well with you Geminis. Something here when it comes to same-sex marriages, or the sort of vibe around that Ten of Cups. Sweet Jesus, Geminis. This is like a great opportunity for you. Be mindful, Gemini, of who's playing the devil's advocate as well. So, sweet Jesus. Take what's yours, leave what's not here, Geminis. Some of you, this don't really have shit to do with you. It's kind of secondary. It's kind of secondary. Any of you that's read the Ayn Rand books, it's kind of like that vibe with you Geminis. How complex is this with regard to you, and how complex is this in regards to like some of y'all, a relationship or partnership around you? Something only works if that's the philosophy that you believe in, if that's what your sort of energy is. Those of you Geminis that don't have that guilt, that religious guilt on something, this is definitely religion-based. So, some of y'all, it's a ring on the finger. Others of you, this is like far more complex. So, someone needs to talk it out, work it out with their clergy, and figure out what the fuck this is all about. The Hierophant, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, there with the Two of fucking Pentacles. Lord have mercy. Over top of that is the Six of Wands. Knight of Swords. There to the Hangman energy. Sweet Jesus. Fucking hell. Geminis. Hi. Some of this is way too much. Are you in that energy, Geminis, or not? So something here is far more important to someone else than it is you. Something here is, there's just guilt all over this like religious guilt. So if someone's questioning their faith or going through some sort of a questioning of their religion, somehow with regards to the Ten of Cups, those of you Geminis that's had that discussion, there's not that much complexity. I don't feel like in regard to you Geminis. Now, Geminis, those of you, maybe you are going through this sort of religious questioning. It's as complex as you want it to be or as it needs to be. Versus maybe more the philosophy on something. Ayn Rand. If you've read any of Ayn Rand's books. So, the Fountainhead. Damn Geminis. What's your vibe? I really feel like some of you Geminis are going to get the chance to do something like with the duality of something. Are you doing a paper? Are you writing something? Some of you, it's like Christian Network, Hallmark Channel, and then you're going to go do something for like Netflix or Showtime. There's that kind of duality with you. Someone, maybe you're going to get a PhD in religion or philosophies or something like that, or some of you are paying more attention to things. I feel like religion is a factor, whether it really factors into you or not. So the fact that you're kind of a clean slate here, Geminis, makes all the difference. Some of you, it comes down to like marriage. So who wants to be that serious? Geminis, have you had that conversation with somebody? There's a seriousness to this on one person's part that isn't as serious for the other. But the other one is like more accommodating, it's more understanding. And then someone else has, some of y'all, this is like religious guilt. So take what's yours and leave what's not. But there's way too much with this. That's the thing. So, sweet Jesus, Geminis, 31. I don't know. Madonna, Immaculate Collection. Listen to your cassette, your CD. Put it on your playlist. Gemini, some of you with regard to relationship or partnership, someone could just be struggling with something. I don't think it has anything to do with you. This is something that's far more complex than that. So moving forward into a relationship or partnership like that, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come up that you might not even consider. So that should be something, or it could be something that's going to make a difference with you. There's the Knight of Pentacles. There's the Page of Pentacles. Good Lord. There's the Six of Swords. There's the Two of Swords. There's the Three of Pentacles. There's the Nine of Wands. Lord have mercy. Basis energy. Judgment. The Ten of Cups. The Queen of Cups. There with the Chariot energy. Something doesn't work if you don't buy into the vibe. Something doesn't work if it's not your sort of energy. Gemini, some of you, there's like a lot of karmic energy. So I don't know your life, Geminis. I don't know what you got going on, but damn, some of you, the vibe don't work if it's not your philosophy on something. Sweet Jesus, Geminis. Ace of Cups, the Ten of Wands. There's the Virgo vibes. There's the World vibes. There's the Star vibes. And there's the Six of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. There to the Nine of Swords. There you are, Geminis. Lord have mercy. All this secondary energy with you, Geminis. Oh, what the fuck even is this? This could be a family dynamic with regard to you, Geminis. There's just way too much, and it's not your fucking energy. So definitely be mindful of karmic relationships or partnerships, or those of you, people that stay stuck in karmic relationships or partnerships that prevent any of that sort of movement energy. Gemini, some of you, this is going to give you an upgrade. This is going to bring about an interesting opportunity with you because you do have this sort of adaptability with something. The Lovers, the Eight of Wands to the Eight of Cups. For fuck's sake, Geminis, you could be the one with the best moral compass out of everyone here, especially if you're dealing with like religion, because there's so much, damn, there's so much sort of stuck stagnant energy. I feel like you're the palate cleanser. I feel like this is going to bring about an interesting opportunity with some of you Geminis. Scorpio keeps showing up like the red leather, red velvet cloak. So if you got Scorpio anywhere in your chart, I feel like you're the clean vibe. You're like the clean energy here. You're like the palate cleanser when it comes to something. Eight of Wands there with the Eight of Cups. Some of you, if you're dealing with the relationship or partnership, and especially if your person does communion, they take communion. Their religion is a factor in their life. If you're, however, that relationship or partnership comes to you, yeah, some of y'all, someone could be going through that sort of energy or be in that energy for a while. I feel like you're happily single, especially if you've established some sort of ground rules energy here. Gemini, some of you could be dealing with people who maybe have a little bit of a different sort of view on a religion, because this feels like snake handler vibes. So those of you Geminis, if you're going to do your like dissertation on something, or some of you, you're going to get like the opportunity to kind of see the fringe area of things. This works for you because it creates a whole different sort of vibe with you. So I feel like religion is going to be a factor, whether you're a religious person or not, Geminis. But damn. Definitely growing and learning and understanding something here, Geminis. You're like the good palate cleanser. So that's what makes the difference here. Three of Pentacles. Maybe there's trouble in the church house, Geminis. I don't know your vibe. I don't think you even understand this vibe, Geminis. Or you're indifferent, not in like a negative way. You're just kind of... You don't have the religious guilt. So for some of you, maybe that's what makes the difference, because you don't have that sort of built-in religious guilt, Geminis. Well, Lord have mercy, Geminis. Look at you go getting off fucking... I don't feel like you're that complex. Not really. It's some of you, it's the complexity all around that makes the difference. Those of you that it's something you're going to have to consider moving forward. Especially if you're in like HR, or those of you, if that's what you study. Is that good religion philosophy vibes? So I like that, Geminis. Some of you, it comes down to the ring on the finger. If that's what you need moving forward, or what you're not interested in. It's as complex as you want it to be, Geminis. Some of you, it's way more complexity on someone else's part than what it is yours. So I feel like you're more adaptable, and someone else, it's kind of, that ain't gonna work. Whatever energy, someone just needs to sit down and talk it out with the clergy and kind of get some sort of answers on something. Three of Swords, there with the Five of Pentacles. Oh, to the Eight of Cups. There to the Four of Wands. There to the Six of Swords. There to the Leo vibe. Lord have mercy. Some of you all do be mindful of this sort of stuck, stagnant energy. Sweet Jesus. Those of you Geminis that love all that sort of karmic energy in your relationships or partnerships. Yeah. You're going to get that opportunity if that's what you want. Some of y'all, there's a Leo energy that you need to be mindful of. There you got the King of Pentacles. There's the Knight of Cups. There's the Nine of Swords. And there's the World vibes. Sweet Jesus. For fuck's sake, Geminis. What is this? What the fuck is this? What's over the Six of Swords? The Hermit energy. Oh, there to the Five of Swords. Sweet Jesus, Geminis. What the fuck? This is a good secondary vibe. So, I mean, sweet Jesus, Geminis. Some of you could get the chance to do some interesting writing. Some interesting inspiration here. So, those of you Geminis, if you're watching a lot of documentaries or you're looking at different things like that, very interesting vibe here. The fact that you're like the palette cleanser, you're like the neutral energy here, Geminis, makes all the difference. It's your adaptability that makes all the difference. Work, love, life on this? There's the Sagittarius energy. There's the moon. And there's the sun. Damn, Geminis, if you're going through something on a spiritual level or a philosophical level, I think you sort of navigated the vibes. You're like the perfect palate cleanser energy here. That's what makes the difference. So some of you, the manipulation isn't really there. The way you look at things, the complexity with you is completely different than others. Keep that vibe about you. That's what makes the difference with a lot of you. You're not that complex. You're like the palate cleanser energy. Whew, Lord have mercy, Geminis. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Some of you, some of those relationships or partnerships that you think are going to work, someone is going through way too fucking much. So if you're dealing with someone who's really religious, they got some things they need to work through. It's going to factor into your relationship or partnership, but they might have some work they need to do. You're like the palate cleanser energy. That's actually going to help you sort of focus and get some really interesting opportunities because of the way you look at things. This is like the scientist who has religious beliefs. This is like the religious person who actually believes in it as much in science. So there's almost like a contradictory vibe when it comes to this, but that's what kind of makes it work. Some of y'all need to be the palate cleanser. I feel like you're the palate cleanser. Some of y'all, that relationship or partnership is not going to work, but that don't have anything to do with you. So don't be waiting around. Lord have mercy. Anything else for Geminis? That duality really makes a difference. So you can not be a religious person, but you could have studied the religions. So when you speak on it or when you sort of deal with it, you're looking at it from more of an intellectual point of view than maybe someone who has more of that sort of spiritual connection. It's kind of like that energy. So some of y'all could be doing a paper. Some of y'all could be writing on it. Some of y'all could be, if you're working on something and you have to spend some time learning a religion, just so you're able to navigate whatever that is about. It's like the respectful things that you need to show versus, what you don't do. If you're in a service industry job, it could be as simple as that, right? If you're catering events, to know what the hell you can and can't serve, what the sort of vibe is. You're like the palate cleanser. Seek solitude, number 33. Yeah, let me upgrade you here, Geminis. You're like the palate cleanser. So, Geminis, whatever you're going through, whatever your sort of philosophy or religion is, right? If you are religious, Geminis, some of you, you just kind of keep that energy to yourself, right? You can pray before you eat and no one realizes that you're praying. You can do what it is that you do and no one really knows. Some of you more Eastern philosophies or meditation, different things like that. Those of you that are that interesting mix of faith and science, you're like the palate cleanser. Some of you, relationships or partnerships, depending upon someone else's complexity, really don't have anything to do with you. So it's not lack of an opportunity with you, Geminis, but some of you, if someone doesn't do the work that they need to do to get over any sort of hangups that they have with regard to a relationship or partnership, they're not really going to be in any mood to create a relationship or partnership with you. So religion could be a factor in your life, and that's not something that's really your issue. It could be someone else's. Those of you that, especially if you're dating somebody or whoever is interested in you, takes communion. So there's a whole lot of energy at play there that don't have a fucking thing to do with you, Geminis. Say that nice, neutral sort of energy. For a lot of you, it brings about good opportunities because you're like the mediator. You're able to work within each. Some of you, this is if you're getting like catering opportunities, you could have to figure out what you can do, what you can't do, what you can serve, what you can't serve, and any of the etiquettes around that. Because I do believe you would be mindful of the etiquettes here, Geminis. That's what makes this very interesting with you. So don't feel overwhelmed. So, Geminis, I don't know your life. Those of you that's feeling a little overwhelmed with something, that's more philosophy, that's more faith, and that is very individualistic. So, oh, Geminis, look at you. Look at you grow. I like this. Take what's yours, leave what's not, Geminis. Peace, love, and light. Like, share, subscribe. Whatever you do to balance and recharge yourself. The Fountainhead, Ayn Rand. So there could be like history when it comes to you, Geminis. History, philosophy, I don't know. Good luck, God bless. Take what's yours, leave the rest. Peace, love, and light, Geminis.